All right, welcome to another edition of the Whatever Podcast. And really, we should get an alternate title for this because this guy has been all over half of my shows that I've done. I'm thinking of how much shows I've done, six or seven so
My
far,
God.
and he's been on over half of them. Welcome, Derek Shapiro, aka the guy you don't want to hear jokes from.
Oh, I got a joke for you.
What?
All right. What do you call Derek on Dylan's podcast?
What?
Another podcast on another person's podcast.
Yeah. I might when I'm editing this later on, I might just put some cricket sound effects on that.
Hey, what do you call Derek speaking to Vinny Bucci and Dylan at the same time?
What?
He aggravated my two best friends who are like brothers to me.
That's not a joke. That's more so of a fact. Well, me, I'm not really aggravated. It's just that you gotta play it up for the videos. You know what I mean?
We gotta play it up. You know, we gotta play it up like the big game. Like, like every time I'm on your podcast, I'm on Vinny Bucci's podcast. It's like when the Bucks came to town recently in New England.
Yeah. I guess you're the Patriots then, cause you'd be on the losing end.
No, no, no,
No.
no, 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 no.
Well,
Actually,
actually, if we're thinking about this location wise, then yeah, I think yeah, that'd be accurate because Vinny's more in the south and you're from the New England area, so that would be accurate location wise.
well, it's true, true. But here's this, okay? Here's this though. I I basically compare myself to Tom Brady more ways than not. Okay?
And what? The only thing you have in common with him is the year you were born. That's it.
No, okay. I will tell you ways how I'm. Okay, here's fact number one. Okay, you want to hear fact number one?
What? Does he have a receding hairline too that we don't
I
know
think
about?
I
Is he?
think so because I'm pretty sure that Tom Brady's hair is fake hair. Okay. Other than that, okay. Here's something. Okay. I used to work for Walmart when I first met you, right?
What does this have to do with Tom Brady? Where are you going with this?
Just hear me out, Dylan. Okay. And for your fans out there, okay. Now, many people know that I used to work for Walmart, right? When I first met you, and I don't hide the fact that I used to work for Walmart part time doing my radio show, the Shapiro show. And in addition to that, Vinny Bucci used to work for Home Depot, right? And then
Yeah.
he switched teams. He switched teams to
Oh my! This is where you're going with this. Oh, I had a long tenure at Walmart. That's the same as playing 20 years with the Patriots.
I know. I switched teams to Amazon, okay? And I've been at Amazon for almost a year, okay? So I'm like the Tom Brady of that, you know? And I'm 44 just like him, you know? And when I go on the road and do advertisement, you know, uh, I'm playing football. I'm the quarterback of getting sponsors and, you know, I mean, part of me wants to retire, but part of me wants to go on like till 50, 60 years old.
I mean, you're acting like you're making the same money as Tom Brady. He's making millions while we're not making close to that.
But we have millions of fans, you know what I'm saying?
Millions of fans. Not if you check the subscriber count.
But that's because my other YouTube, and I want to say this, you know, I had a trying few months, you know, a trying few months. Literally, I mean, behind the scenes, one of my long-term YouTubes for the business, you know. Um, no matter what, no one's gonna shut Derek Shapiro down. I keep going and going. I'm like the Energizer Bunny. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
Um,
that's the most accurate statement you've made so far. Because the Tom Brady stuff, even though you just gave an exclamation, I'm not buying it.
well, no, seriously, I mean, I did switch teams, Walmart to Amazon, but that's beside the point. But the thing is, here's the thing, Dylan. Okay, when it all comes down to it, my movie internet channel, people want to see my old films on there. I want to see my old films. Um, Something happened in my personal life, which you know about, which I try to mention something to, to stick up about the school situation,
Yeah.
and my old YouTube got deleted, and I used that on one account now. This is the second time which I knew you, which my YouTube got deleted. One time it happened just for the moment, and this one it just happened right when I put that video up. So it's a coincidence, you know. Um, and it's the same channel where I have all my movies. So I had to start from scratch. I have two YouTube channels, courtesy of Curtis Smith, who helps me behind the scenes. And then I have another YouTube channel called Radio TV Movie YouTube, um, which I will let you know if anyone's calling in just a second. But once, once under Curtis Smith, you know,
Yeah, now
and,
I will have a link to that for anybody that wants to check his channel out when you're done watching this video over here.
and then my other channel is under that Curtis Smith. Curtis is helps me out quite a bit, you know. And my other channel is Radio TV Movies. And on there, you will find the new on Movie Internet Channel 2, .com, and Movie Internet Channel, .co.com. You will find my new movie, Zombie Pop 3.
Give the people a little description of that.
Well, I'll tell you this much. It's not what I wanted for a movie. I wanted it longer, and due to the fact that my other YouTube got deleted, it would have been longer. In retrospect, it could be better than the other two. Which is short and sweet, gets right down to the point. I had to use the videos I had saved, and luckily I downloaded this before my YouTube got deleted, or I would have never had Zombie Pop 3, you know? And then, of course, New England's back up on there. The New England movie that was out in July, that's back up. Hope, that came out in the first part of the year, back in April, that I still have the videos from there, but I not put together as a movie. So that's the only movie out this year that you can't see as Hope. But I might re-release that again next year, or you know. But Zombie Pop 3 is it's kind of a half-assed good movie. I had to take the scenes I had and utilize it and make a new movie. But it's a shorter and it's a sweeter, if you will, maybe movie. Maybe it's not sweeter, maybe it's not, or maybe it is, you know? Because I know Vinny Bucci wasn't a big fan of the first two zombies, you know? I'm thinking this might be short and sweet up his alley. You know what I'm saying?
So what was that process like because of like everything getting deleted? What how did that work out for you trying to make a cohesive movie despite the obstacles you faced?
You know, it's funny you say that. It's like I have my own Facebook triumphs. You know, like the Facebook went down earlier this month, you know? How Facebook was down, and everything like that. And this happened to me twice, you know. And when it happens to you, think about, should I just give up and just work full time for Amazon and just give up my career that I'm passionate about, radio and TV? Please, you know. Hello, Tom, not there.
Before I got a call, we were going over how you were dealing with the obstacles of making your movie Zombie Part 3.
part of me wanted to quit the business. Is this my calling just to give up and not give up, but retire from this business and just work for Amazon full time? Or does part of me just have to figure out how to start over again, just like Facebook had their issues? Do you just fold up the business and just take the money and just work another job and do this? Which I could do that, and just say, okay, I'm done. I'm saying? I'm done. I'm done with this business. I'm done promoting. I'm done going on the road. I'm done doing that. Do you just look for another way to get the job done and just look for a way to start over again? So I said, let me just start over. Let me do new vlogs. We have another movie coming out Thanksgiving because we did another movie called Starting Over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes I think you just gotta renew yourself and just start over. Right now I'm doing one of the best businesses I'm doing. I traveled to New Hampshire 2 weeks ago. I just moved to Rhode Island, and moving to Rhode Island from Massachusetts, I didn't think it was gonna be this difficult. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm used to coming here to visit my parents. And I have a lot of business in Rhode Island too, as I do in Massachusetts. Because my cable show is in Rhode Island. My cable show is in Massachusetts. I filmed with people in Rhode Island. I filmed with people in Massachusetts. I don't think it was going to be this hard to move down here full time. So on top of the thing doing that, traveling around different places, living with my parents back for a month. Now I moved a mile away, getting my son situated in a new school, Cranston. It's a lot of obstacles that I faced at once, and I felt overwhelmed. But I still got the job done. I got Zombie Part 3 out, still plugging away. And what do you do when you have a bunch of lemons? You make lemonade.
I thought you were about to make some joke of it, but yeah, that's true though.
I try to make it sweet, with my jokes. My jokes are the sugar.
Oh, absolutely not.
But in this movie, you're not in a big deal because, of course, if I would have had all the scenes, you would have been in it 35, 40% of the movie. You know what I'm saying?
It is what it is with that.
Yeah, you're in 10% of the movie, but at least I got New England. I found New England, and you're in New England movie that's up, and you're in the other common movie coming up in Thanksgiving Day. So we just gotta go with it. This is River's creation, River's idea. And then I got added teams with Buddy Love, James Buddy Love Herring, because I wasn't going to tape him, but we went out to IHOP one morning and we taped it in the car, like at the apartment complex. He's added to this to make the movie a little bit more juicy. Hopefully, like the movie. Did you see the movie doing yet?
Not yet.
And of course, Evans A. Darrell is in the
Yep.
movie, and of course, another actor that passed away before the movie came out is in it. Henry Nacho. Do you remember Wahlberg's show?
Yeah, I just know about it because you told me.
Oh yeah, Henry Nacho.
Yeah.
He made the cameo last year. I filmed him, and then of course the past year he died of drug overdose in his car on the way to Cape Cod. So he passed away. So unfortunately, just like Call of Duty was in Hope, Henry Nacho was in this movie, and he passed away before the movie came out.
Yeah, so the next thing I want to ask you is because you have all of the stuff going for you, whether it's with with your career and then your other jobs such as Amazon, for example, and then you got you got two kids on top of that. So how do you balance all of that out?
Not, I mean, actually, they're not kids anymore, really. But
Yeah,
I call them my babies still. But my daughter, my oldest daughter, just turned 21, in October, and she came down to see my new place. She didn't stay over, um, um, but she saw my new place. And we just celebrated her birthday recently. And my son, he's playing volleyball at school. So, just juggling the familyhood, that which comes first. And if I'm in a bad mood, just being around your children. can make you more balance life out.
Exactly.
You know. I mean, sometimes I act crazy around them, and they know me the best. My parents and my children. But at the end, right now I'm at my son's school. He's coming out of volleyball practice any minute now. So it's like I'm running around picking him up. Went to a game last week for him. So it's running around and I'm multitasking. It's multitasking. Like before his game last week, I was in my car filming. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm a dad, I'm a community member, and a radio show host doing movies. It's like all that fun stuff combined in one. And tell the jokes to you off the air.
When you were talking about if you wanted to quit or not, I wish you were referring to the jokes.
your dad, your dad's in the studio with you. Your dad loves that one, doesn't he?
Yeah, that wasn't a fake laugh either. Like with you, if you were to tell him one of your jokes, he'd be like, he would do one of his weak fake laughs. Not even those ones where it's kind of convincing. Just be like,
We're gonna take our show on the road, and after I quit the radio business and movies.
yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, we'll be a mobile of America's Got Talent.
For what?
Exactly.
What would be the talent though? That's the question. If it's singing, please don't do it. That's what I gotta say. If it's singing,
Hey, sponsored by the Dylan Podcast.
oh my. Yeah, you're getting no cosign from me. You're gonna have to ask some other business that you go around when you do these sponsorships because you're not getting it from me. You're my friend and all, but I gotta be honest. I can't just be like, oh yeah, you sing terrific, Derek. Oh, that cover of Michael Jackson was awesome. Oh my goodness, that was great. I
By
can't
the
be
way, we
doing
have
that.
another co-star. We have another co-star from Zombie Pop 3. He's coming in the car right now.
It's like he's
Hold
doing
on.
play by play.
Here's River. Hello, Dylan. Hi, Dylan.
Hey.
What's up, bro? What do you like best about Zombie Pop? Zombie Pop is female. What do you like about it? Like it's not female. Well, they got his answer.
That I guess that's like his version of what Bill Belichick did years ago when he said on to Cincinnati. I think that's his version of that.
What did he say?
I think that's his. You know how Bill Belichick many years ago was saying after they lost the game, they kept asking him questions. He was saying on to Cincinnati to every question. That's what Rivers. That's what it seemed like Rivers doing right now when you're asking him that.
I'm just so glad this movie came out, and we're just moving forward for other things. I'm still trying to get the other channel back and just moving on, doing the Dewey Chat in the morning and hearing your stuff every Friday, and it feels good.
Yeah. So now I want to move to just Halloween themed questions since it is October. First thing I want to ask is, what would you say is your favorite horror movie of all time?
The one that's not out now, they got deleted. I'll tell you this much. My first horror night, okay? And I'll tell you why. I'm not a horror movie person, right?
Yeah.
I don't like horror movies, right? And what the funny part is that the first one was organic, you know? I don't know if you ever saw the first Horror Night movie.
No.
Oh, the second one. The second one, Ed was in it, Joe Bag, but the first one was so organic. And a lot of people, when we were shooting the first one, compared it to other horror movies. But it was so organic, and the way that it was, it scared a lot of people.
Okay, so apparently this is the time people all these people want to call now? Since this is the
Because,
second
because,
call I
because
my dad's gotten since I'm recording in his car.
you know why? Because me and you and Vinny and Evan, we're like the dynasty.
Do you say the dynasty?
Yes.
The dynasty of what exactly?
We're just a dynasty. We're a winning team. Okay. Um, by the way, um, I live in Cranston, Rhode Island, right?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, Tom Brady the other day before the game, he flew into Rhode Island. They fly into Rhode Island almost, right? And they have to go through Cranston to go to Providence. And apparently the other night, he stayed with his team at the Old West Hotel. It's called the Omni Hotel in Providence, Rhode Island. But to get to Providence, you have to drive through Cranston. So he actually drove through Cranston to get to the destination. So me and Tom were in the same city for a little bit.
I'm surprised you didn't try to go over there and say, "Hey, Tom, can you say,
Well,
can you give a shout out to the D Sharp Show?"
Just a
well
minute,
if
please.
I knew about it, if other people were there, I would have went over there. I mean, I didn't think that he was going to be over there, but now knowing that the teams are over there, better watch out. And also, two Comic Cons coming to Rhode Island next month. I'm gonna try to go into the hotel and see if I can see the famous people. You know. But by the way, just want to give a shout out to your song, the Roy Loughlin song. Roy, Roy Loughlin's coming back to when the hot calls on the Hallmark Channel, and the daughter Vivian James of Dancing with the Stars, one of my mom's favorite shows.
He called me
Come to
about
you.
that. There, to the people listening, Derek called me about that one day. I got a call. He was saying, "Guess who? Guess who's on Dancing with the Stars?" And then first thing I was thinking is my soap opera crush. Her name's Haley Poulis. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. She plays Molly on General Hospital. So I was thinking, okay, that's what I said. And then he had this little sarcastic tone in his voice. And then I figured that it was her daughter.
Yes. Oh my God. When I thought that, I said, boy, where's Dylan to stick the middle finger at them?
That's a funny thing because the this is the first time I ever performed one of my disses to a live crowd. We were at this place and it was the most I've seen for any open mic because I would go to open mics, but they were never this much. And typically I would share poetry that I wrote, not really my diss tracks, but when I went over there, I did an acapella of that diss track, and then at the end of it, I flipped the bird, and that had the remainder of the crowd roaring.
I'm telling you, even the birds outside were flipping.
Really? Are you serious right now? You had to say that?
Hey, no one ever liked Dylan. In Beverly, Massachusetts, there's a restaurant called Flip the Bird, and in Swampscott.
This guy.
It's a chicken place, you know.
I'm surprised you're not the one that came up with the name and is the owner of that place.
Hey, I got one joke to tell you before we end the show, before you end my interview, right? What did what did Big Bird do to Oscar?
What?
He flipped the bird.
Oh my, this guy. You really thought, oh, I should really say that.
Hey, on my way to Sesame Street, I thought that way. I thought about that. On my way to Sesame Street.
I'm just shaking my head right now.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I'm just still, I'm speechless, really. If this was back in the day when we did our radio show in college,
Yeah.
we would we would have had me walking out because that was something I did often because this dude would just say some of the
Well,
wackiest
see,
things.
But see, if I would have said the Sesame Street joke, I would have got the Sesame Street song and probably played it on the air.
Yeah, I would have just walked out of the room. I probably would have walked out the station.
Oh my God. I can't wait for this to be shown and be aired. I can't wait for the public just to hear us banter back and forth like this, you know?
Yeah,
And,
this
and,
is
and what
how it
other
was.
and what other things are you gonna add to this podcast to enhance this, you know? With a capital E.
Yeah, I've said this so many times because you've said this joke so many times about, oh, a capital C, a capital E. Yeah, if it's at the beginning of the sentence.
True. Definitely true.
All right, so I want to do one last thing. We're gonna play a little game here.
Okay.
Since you like to talk about, oh, I have a connection to this celebrity because I interviewed this person who has a connection to here and here and here. So we're gonna be doing this thing. I'm gonna call, I guess, the connection game, where
Okay.
I mention a celebrity and you think about all of the people you've gotten sound bites from throughout the years and see where there's a connection.
Okay, good. I love this game.
First one, Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande. No. I guess I have a connection. Who she knows. Um, okay. She's on the Voice, right?
Yeah.
She she um she co-hosts the Voice. She's one of the judges with Blake Shelton, right?
Okay.
So she knows Blake Shelton. Blake Shelton knows Adam Levine. Adam Levine was on the Voice. Adam Levine, um, Billy Gilman, who I just interviewed a few months ago, who's going to be on my show next month, and I did a duet with Billy Gilman, who's a former country singer, was on The Voice with Adam Levine. So you get Ariana Grande, you get Blake Shelton to Adam Levine, you get Adam Levine to Billy Gilman.
All right, that's the first one.
By the way, I did actually a happy birthday duet with Billy Gilman. You actually saw it. And then Billy Gilman did a duet with Adam Levine, and Adam Levine did a duet with so many other people.
All right, the second one is Eminem.
Who?
Eminem.
Eminem. Okay, Eminem. Eminem knows 50 Cent. 50 Cent. I actually asked him a question at a liquor store in Saugus, Mass, and he never answered my question. But I did speak. But I was in the same room, and he ignored me. So there you go.
Michael Jackson, but you can't use the fact that you interviewed his brothers. You can't use that because that'd be
Okay.
too easy because I know that.
Okay. I met his ex-wife, Lisa Marie Presley. I met her at a radio station concert back in the day in Boston. At the old Xfinity Center. At the Xfinity Center. It was called Greatwoods at the time. And I met Lisa Marie Presley, who was the ex-wife of Michael Jackson. And I did interview Jermaine Dupri, who is the ex-boyfriend of Janet, Janet is the brother of Michael.
His ex-wife. When did you meet her?
2000. I think 2001 or 2002. My ex-wife could have went to the concert. I went by myself, and I met Lisa Marie Presley.
Next one, Lil Wayne.
Can I look it up?
Yeah, go ahead. Because I feel you know somebody that knows somebody that's connected to Lil Wayne.
Okay. Lil Wayne did a duet with Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj did a duet with Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey did a duet with Rick Ross. Rick Ross, I interviewed him.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Piece of cake. See, I interviewed with my daughter. I interviewed Carly Corinthos from General Hospital, right?
Yeah.
and Kylie Corinthos is Laura Wright. Laura Wright acted with Kimberly McCullough, who played Robin Scorpio on General Hospital. Robin Scorpio is now a director who directed High School Musical. And who is in High School Musical? Olivia Rodrigo. Oh, my favorite. And guess who wore the ex Robin Scorpio's dress? If you look this up on YouTube, it was in an interview. Kimberly McCullough, who plays Robin Scorpio on General Hospital for all these years, who's now a director, gave her old dress that she wore at the Emmys. And if you look at the YouTube video, she didn't wear the dress on the Emmys. If you look at the YouTube, and she gave it to Olivia Rodrigo when she did the Christmas thing of the song called River on Good Morning America. She wore that dress, the same dress that Kimberly McCullough gave her.
This really shows you, the people listening out there, this really shows you how many interviews this man has done throughout the years.
Yeah, or how many people I know through going to Georgia, Rhode Island. You know what I'm saying? You name it. I have connections to other people. And you know what the funny part is? Half these connections, I wish I kept the phone number. But it's like, it's amazing. You know, it's just amazing how just being in this business for so long, in entertainment and acting, doing different, and meeting different people, you can get somewhere and you can have connections. And it's just fun. It's just fun. The connections all through life. And this person knows this person. Or I met this person who knows this person, you know? And it's just a great thing, you know? And by the way, another connection to Michael Jackson, Billy Gilman actually mentioned it on another radio station when I interviewed him. He was filling in for the morning show in Rhode Island, right?
Yeah.
And Billy Gilman was at the Michael Jackson special back in 2001. He actually told the radio station Michael Jackson saved his life because I guess he took a plane out. He was supposed to take a plane on September 11th. But whatever happened, Michael Jackson saved his life because he didn't go on that plane with him. You know, that was supposed to hit the World Trade Center.
Now I want to ask about your connection to Donald Trump.
Oh, piece of cake! Oh my God, yes. Do you remember when Holly Robinson Pete was on The Apprentice?
No, I never really watched The Apprentice.
Okay, there was a controversial winning. She actually did better, but what's his name from Poison? Every rose has its thorn. What's his name? Brett Michaels, right? Brett Michaels was in an accident, and he bumped his head, and Brett Michaels and Holly Robinson Pete were up for the one. But Donald Trump gave it to Brett Michaels. Holly Robinson Pete came in second, but if this injury never happened, she would have won, I bet. Okay. Well, during the time of The Apprentice, Holly Robinson Pete, I interviewed her in Atlanta.
How many more you want to do with these?
Let's go on. Let's do this. Come on, Tom, lose.
Ha. Let's
Joe
see.
Biden. Joe Biden.
Okay, yeah, let's go with that one.
All right. I interviewed the former governor of Rhode Island, and the former governor of Rhode Island ran for president, but he was the former governor of Rhode Island knew because he was senator. He knew Barack Obama, and Joe Biden was the vice president of Barack Obama. Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson. I met him in Atlanta. He's the voice of Lightning McQueen. Yes, he's the voice of Lightning McQueen.
Little Nas X.
Oh, of course. Well, Billy Ray Cyrus sang with Little Nas X, and of course, Billy Ray Cyrus' daughter Miley Cyrus was on The Voice, and of course, The Voice connection to Billy Gilman again. And um, Miley Cyrus actually sang a duet with Billy Joel. And back in the day, I met Billy Joel. Before I had my radio show, I met Billy Joel. And Billie Eilish.
That's another good one.
Billie Eilish. Ooh, that's a tough one. Was Billie Eilish ever on the Kelly Clarkson show?
I don't. I'm not sure. I don't think so, but let me. I'm gonna look that up. The results I got. Okay, so I'm looking this up, and the results I got are. What about this? Kelly Clarkson covers one of her songs.
No, wait, no, that would be. I mean, even though I interviewed Kelly Clarkson, still wasn't not a good enough connection. Billie Eilish, she was on the Drew Barrymore show. So Billie Eilish was recently 2 weeks ago on the Drew Barrymore show, right?
Okay, I didn't even know that.
Yep, I just see this now. Now you know Drew Barrymore has a talk show, right?
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know much about it.
Well, yeah, Billie Eilish was on the Drew Barrymore show, and Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore did 3 movies together.
Oh, you did an interview with Adam Sandler.
Yes, thank you. The connections keep rolling. Even so, now you can say you're connected to Billie Eilish too. Everybody who I'm connected to, you're connected to.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm trying to think.
Perfect, easy. Drake did a song with Rihanna, right?
Yeah,
Rihanna did a song with T.I., right?
yeah.
My first celebrity interview in Atlanta, guess who that was with?
Ti.
Thank you.
How were you able to get that? Were you in a club or something like that with
Before he
that
went to jail
Ti?
the first time, before he went to jail the first time, I went down to the skating place where he was in the movie ATL.
Yeah.
He happened to be there. I found out, and I went to visit. You know, I went to interview him. All right, the next one, Larry the Cable Guy.
Rivers coming up with some good ones.
Well, of course, Larry the Cable Guy knows Owen Wilson, and I met Owen Wilson in Atlanta. Piece of cake. Okay. Rascal Flatts. Well, no, you know that answer. I interviewed Rascal Flatts in New York. Okay, no, let's not do it.
Demi Lovato.
Demi Lovato. Good one. I actually saw her in concert, but never met her. But Demi Lovato, she was on the show with Simon Cowell. Remember his show, The X Factor?
Yeah.
And Simon Cowell knows Ryan Seacrest, and guess who I interviewed?
Ryan Seacrest.
Thank you. Justin Bieber. Oh, piece of cake. Piece of cake. I interviewed his father-in-law before he became his father-in-law. Stephen Baldwin was at a Planet Smoothie down in Atlanta, and Stephen Baldwin's daughter is Haley, which I never knew Haley then. I never knew Stephen Baldwin was going to be Justin Bieber's father-in-law then. But I sat down at the same table with Justin Bieber's father-in-law and interviewed him in Atlanta. And he is the brother to Alec Baldwin. All right, the next one. Wait, let's see what that was.
21 Savage.
21 Savage. Oh! My daughter literally saw 21 Savage in concert the other day with J. Cole.
Wow, she went to that?
What?
That must have been a real good. That must have been a real good concert to go to.
Well, 21 Savage, who did he do a concert with? I mean, duet with?
This is just from the top of my head of collaborations he's done. He's done one with Post Malone. That yeah, J. Cole because he obviously he's on tour with them right now. Also, he's done. This is just at the top of my head. Schoolboy Q, Young Thug, Migos. Yeah, the list could go on with the collaborations 21 Savage has done.
Featuring 21 Savage. He did do it. He did do it with Post Malone.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect! I got it. I got it. 21 Sounds did do it with Post Malone. Post Malone was in the movie with Mark Wahlberg. And me and River, we met Donnie Wahlberg. I interviewed Donnie Wahlberg last year before the pandemic, years ago.
Prince.
Well, believe it or not, we have the same birthday.
That's crazy.
But Prince. Okay, Prince was on the Today Show back in the day, right?
Yeah.
He was interviewed by Matt Lauer. And guess who interviewed Matt Lauer back in the day?
You.
In Boston. Yep. Yep. And who did you say River before? Dua Lipa.
Oh,
Dua
that's a
Lipa.
good one.
Does he have kids? Yeah, Dua Lipa was on Jimmy Fallon. Matt Lauer was on Jimmy Fallon, and of course I interviewed Matt Lauer. And the next one, Doja Cat.
That's a River keeps on coming up with good names.
I know, right? Doja Cat, Nicki Minaj. I'm gonna do it with Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey did do it with Rick Ross, and I interviewed Rick Ross. The baby. Who? The baby. The baby? Yeah, the baby. He's a singer. The baby. Featured Dua Lipa. Oh, well, then of course that's a connection too. All right, Dylan, any more connection?
I'm gonna come up with I'll let River come up with one last one. No, I'll let River come up with two, and then I'll come up with my last two.
Okay. Ed Sheeran. Well, Ed Sheeran, Justin Bieber, and Justin Bieber's father-in-law I interviewed. All right. Ava Max. The singer. Yes, I know Ava Max. Come on, let's do the roll. Ava Max. Featuring. Oh, Ava Max. Did a duet with Nicki Minaj. Again, Nicki Minaj did a duet with Mariah. Mariah did a duet with Rick Ross, and I interviewed Rick Ross. All right, Dylan, your last two.
Okay. Trying to think of. Hmm.
And every time I tell connections to like Vinny Bucci, because we do acting together too, I say you're connected to me. He has scene partners with this person who has scene partners with Will Smith. But Vinny Bucci, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be doing a film connection of like people we acted with, you know.
Snooky.
Go ahead.
Snooky.
Well, I London actually sat in the same chair Snooki did. No, but actually, me and London and River, we went to the door, to the Jersey Shore 2 years ago, before the pandemic, and we actually met the person, the house, that owns the house. That he was featured in there. I didn't interview him. It was on vacation time, and but he was featured in the what's that called?
Jersey Shore.
Thank you. He was featured on the Jersey Shore, and he owned the house. If you ever watched the Jersey Shore with the landlord,
Was he that white guy with like the brown hair?
I forget, but he owns the shop.
Oh yeah, I think that's who you're talking about. That's who I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yes, he's a nice guy. Yeah, very nice guy. So, hey, look, we met him, and he knows Snooki. Ellie Golden. No, he has to do the last one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, give River that one, and then I'll do my last one.
Okay, Ellie Golden. Okay, so apparently she did do it with Taylor Swift, right?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift actually has a house in Rhode Island too. That's besides the point. So they did do it together. Taylor Swift was best friends or still best friends with who?
Selena Gomez.
So the Gomez dated,
Justin Bieber.
and I interviewed Justin Bieber's
Future father-in-law.
All right, one last one.
The
Now, you know what?
basketball player Jason Tatum.
Who's that?
He plays for the Celtics.
So he lives here in Massachusetts. He lives over in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume he does since he plays for the Celtics.
No connection to Jason Tatum.
Okay, Megan, the singer. Megan, she's a singer.
I don't know which Megan is. Megan Trainor? Megan Thee Stallion?
Megan Trainor, yeah.
Oh, Megan Trainor knows Andy Graham. Andy Graham? No. Megan Trainor does not know Andy Graham. Probably know somebody that talked to Megan Trainor from a radio station. But that's that. Anyway, you kind of guys waffling at the end.
Oh, the chain smoker.
I don't even know who did it. I don't think. I think the connections is all done from here.
All right, so this is gonna wrap it up for this edition of the Whatever Podcast. And you guys want anything to say before we close this out?
Well, Rivet and I did a great job for Zombie Part 3, and I'm very proud of our acting and doing it again,
And Zombie Part 3, that's out right now, so check that out if you want to see a horror flick.
Yes, a movie internet show that you'll fit the com, movie internet show that go to the com, and by the way, I'm still doing comedy, poetry, different places, and singing too, different places.
You know why I'm laughing at the singing part though.
If I were a zombie, you want to eat my brain. Eat my brain.
Oh, absolutely not.
I will.
No, absolutely not. Because if they eat your brain, that means the dad jokes.
Okay, we'll just pretend the blood has ketchup.
Oh, man.
All right, so at the count of 3, all of us will at the same time say whatever.
Okay. But your dad there, your dad should join in too.
No, he's with one of his clients right now.
Okay.
All right, 1, 2, 3, whatever.